One thing that a lot of guys are always wondering is she into me or is she not? Okay, we're always wondering how into us the girl is. So what I want to do in this video is give you 3 golden signs to tell that a girl is into you. So let's jump right into it. The first rule, it was actually a phrase that I got from another coach back in the day, was that if she's around, she's down, okay? And that means that the number one indicator of interest, okay, back in the day we used to call them IOIs, or indicators of interest, that the girl was into you. And we had a whole list of so many of them, playing with the hair and touching your arm and all these little things. But the most important thing to keep in mind, this is if you're in an interaction with a woman, okay? This is, if you're doing your approaches and meeting women in person, that is, this could also go for text message or other ways as well too, is that if she's around, she's down, okay? If she is still talking to you, okay? The guys would say that if she's standing there and she's still talking to you, then she must be into you, right? Because she could have left, she could have walked away. If she's still answering your text messages, she's still into you, okay? She's still engaging in an interaction with you, then that is enough for you to continue to proceed forward and see if there's anything else there, okay? That should be enough to put your mind at ease, assume that it's going well, and proceed going forward and see where it goes, okay? So that is the number one golden sign, okay? If she's around, she's down. I want you to always keep that in mind. Don't worry so much about the little things. That's the number one. And then I'm gonna add some other elements to it going forward here. Now, if number one is true and she's around there, the second part to see if she's really into you is to see if she's investing in the interaction, okay? Is she asking you questions about yourself? Okay, that's a good sign. Is she sharing information about herself, right? Because she wouldn't ask questions and share information about herself to somebody that she's not attracted to, okay? So those are really important. Okay, from there it gets even better, if she's touching you, or if she's trying to get your attention, right? Or she's really engaged in the interaction with you, okay? See how much she is investing in the actual interaction with you. If she's following you, spending time with you, asking you questions, putting in an effort into the conversation, she's laughing at your jokes and putting energy, investing in that interaction, that's a great sign that things are going really well. Now, if you have those two things, she's hanging around, she's investing in the interaction, and now you want to see where you're at and you want to see if she's really into you, then the best way to do that is to try to gauge the interaction by escalating it, by moving it forward, okay? If you're talking to a girl and you say, hey, let's move to the other side of the bar, and she follows you, that's a good sign, right? If you say, hey, let's go to another place, I'm over this place, let's go to another bar, she comes to another place with you, that's a great sign as well, okay? If you're chatting with a girl from a dating app or something like that, now you try to escalate the interaction and say, hey, let's get together in person sometimes. You want to make a move to progress the relationship and the interaction forward. And then whatever response you get to that, that's how you tell where you're at. Some other ways of escalating the interaction is to give a compliment. Tell a girl you think she's attractive. See how she responds to that. If she responds favorably, you're in good shape. Like I said, if you invite her on a date, if you ask for her number, if you try to move things forward, if you hold her hand, if you give her a hug, at some point, if you try to kiss her, if you are doing these things to move the conversation and move the interaction forward, that's you're going to tell whether she's into you or not. Now, you don't want to jump from 0 to 100. You don't want to go right in and just start kissing the girl, right? You want to talk to the girl, see if she's around, see if she's investing, part 2. Part 3, then try to move it forward. Give her a compliment, see how she reciprocates, right? Maybe touch a little bit, see how the touching goes. Maybe move a little bit, see if she's following you. Maybe ask for her number, ask her out on a date, see how she responds to these things. If these are yeses, if these are favorable reactions, then you're in good shape, then you can move the interaction forward. So these are very practical ways for you to tell if the girl is into you, okay? I don't want you to read so much into little clues and have all these steadfast things. You can definitely zoom out and think of these 3 broad things at any point to tell if a girl's into you. Is she hanging around? Is she investing in the interaction? And when you try to escalate things forward, is she into it, okay? If she doesn't want to go on a date, she doesn't want to give you the phone number, if you go to touch her and she clamps, if you go to touch her arm and she clamps up or whatever, then it's a sign that things are not going well, and that's it, right? If she doesn't hang around, she goes to find her friends, right? Or if she's not investing, giving you one-word responses in the interaction, these are all signs that she is not into you, that you should cut the ties, move forward, go meet somebody else, right? So use these 3 things to gauge if she's into you or not, and proceed according to that game plan. If you have any questions for me or other topics you'd like me to discuss, comment below. And when you're ready, I'll have the next video for you right over here.